DeathsStalker here. So this might possibly be my last ever vlog. It's hard to tell. But I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out with guns a-blazing, and I'm gonna tell you the story about teaching my wife how to ride a motorcycle. Yeah, pushing the limit, folks. Now, when I first met my wife, you know, she thought it was kind of cool that I rode motorcycles. In fact, I was racing them at the time. And she told me that she took the motorcycle safety foundation course that they offered. I think it was Inland Waters is where they do it. And she said she apparently she dropped her bike too many times, and they basically said, no, you should come back and try it again. And she just went like, yeah. She just never bothered coming back. And originally, the reason she took it originally was that her and a friend that she worked with, another lady, the guys were saying, well, women can't ride motorcycles, and they went, well, the hell with that. They went out to take the course. But the problem is her friend didn't show. So I don't know exactly what happened there. But, you know, we were dating, and I'd taken her on a few rides, and she really enjoyed it. I said, well, you know, if you want, you know, you still should take the course, because that's the proper way to do it. And I can show you a few things to get you comfortable with it. And she thought that was great. And at the time, my bike was, I'll put the picture up here. It was an, I think it was an 85 or 86 Kawasaki KLR600 dual purpose bike. But it was set up actually as almost like a race bike. It'd be a super motard today, but they didn't exist back then. And it was a bike I actually used to get my racing license. And there's an art vlog about that in my Racetrack Tales playlist if you want to go watch that. So you know, I made certain she was actually, I gave her my good racing helmet. I actually she was just slightly shorter than I am, and so she actually fit fairly well into my racing leathers, and I got her into my racing boots and the good gloves and whatnot, so she was, you know, super well protected. And we went to the local school and explained to her how the bike operates, and because she'd only ridden little 250s, and she was out riding around, and she was, you know, riding around in circles in the parking lot, doing really well. So I asked her to come over here because I wanted to talk to her for a second. Because what I wanted to have her do was she was doing left-hand circles. I wanted to have her stop and turn around and do right-hand circles. So she pulls up beside me and stops and looks at me. And the next thing you know, the bike and her is falling away. She was so interested in hearing what I had to say that she forgot to put her feet down. So the bike falls over, and when it hit the ground, it actually snapped the brake lever on my bike. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And I went like, "Yeah, like I've crashed on the racetrack. Like dropping a bike that's basically a glorified dirt bike is not the end of the world." But she was like so worried I'd be upset. And she, "I'll pay for it, I'll pay for it." It's like, nah. I said, "Don't worry about it." So you know, actually went back to my place, and then she's saying, "Well, how much do these brake levers cost?" I go, "Well," I said, "if you went to the Honda dealer and got this brake lever, it would cost you like probably about $30 or $40 or $50, depending on, you know, what model bike it actually fits on. But this is a brake lever that uses the exact same brake lever that I use on my 250 Grand Prix bike, and Honda charges me with shipping $5 a piece for them, and I got a whole drawer of them. So it was like, it was pretty funny. And of course, the race shop, whenever she happened to come in with me, and they'd say, oh, you know, we got a whole drawer of those brake levers for you. You know, and it's just the way things are with racers. We like to kid each other and grind everybody's gears when we can. But anyway, she went out, and about a month later went and took the rider course. And you know, she had a bit of a trouble. Like I went to see her on the Thursday, and she was very upset because she wasn't getting something right and whatnot. And I you know, was talking to her and trying to like calm her down, whatever. And she you know, she was very frustrated because she kept failing this one test. And actually, the particular test I had her doing, I'm going like, okay, you had to ride in a circle around these cones and stop. And I'm thinking like, and you had to do it at a certain speed. If you didn't do it at the speed, you know, you failed. And it's like, I don't know, I just found it like the weirdest thing, because if I come into the corner, I drive at the speed I feel like. If I'm driving slower, then you know, because I want to be safe. I don't see what the problem is, but oh well. So that night she came home, we, you know, ordered some dinner in and talked a bit, and then the next day she decided to go back, and she actually passed. So she managed to pass, and she's been riding fairly regularly. Occasionally you might see her in my videos, or you might hear me talking to some imaginary voice in my head, and that's her, because we do use Senas or Senas depending on where you are in the world. But she has been riding, I'd say, for probably close to 20 years, and she's enjoying it. And she hasn't, like I say, it must be love, she hasn't put a pillow over my head yet. That might change when this video comes up, so don't anybody be telling her.